Good morning, students. So far, we have learned one history lesson, geography lesson. Today, we are going to see how the state government works. Children, what do you mean by government? Government means that is to administering a country. Okay, how they rule the country. What are all the rules and regulations they have to follow? How to look after the welfare of the people. These are the works of the government. Administration. In those days they used to say king oda rajyam அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. Okay. Now, in this lesson, we are going to study about the state executive, powers and functions of governor, powers and functions of chief minister, legislative assembly, and council, state judiciary. Okay. There are two sets of government in our country. You know that the central and the state government. There are 29 states in our country. Every state has a government to rule its own administration. The state have their own executive, legislative and judiciary. Here children, government is divided into three branches. What are they? Executive, legislature and judiciary. That means legislature means to lay the rules, laws, regulation like that. Executive means they have to execute, they have to implement, they have to put into action. That is called as executive. Judiciary is a separate branch that looks after the law and order in the country. Okay, state executive consists of governor, council of ministers, headed by chief minister. இப்போ state government எடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னா அதில் யார்? Governor, chief minister and council of ministers. இந்த மூணு பேர் முக்கியமானோம். Okay, first we will see the state executive. இந்த ஒர்க்கெல்லாம் யார் பார்க்குறவங்கன்னா கவர்னர், சீஃப் மினிஸ்டர் அண்ட் கவுன்சில் ஆஃப் மினிஸ்டர்ஸ். ஓகே, நான் வில் சி கவர்னர். கவர்னர் தான் யார்? ஆஸ் த ஹெட் ஆஃப் அ ஸ்டேட் இன் இந்தியா. ஹீ இஸ் அப்பாயிண்டட் பை த பிரசிடென்ட் ஆஃப் இந்தியா. அவர் தான் கான்ஸ்டியூஷனல் ஹெட் ஆஃப் அ ஸ்டேட். ஹூ அப்பாயிண்ட்ஸ் ஹிம்? த கவர்னர் இஸ் அப்பாயிண்டட் ஃபார் அ டேர்ம் ஆஃப் 5 years, appointed by the president. Governor appointed by the president, 5 years of his term. The president can dismiss him from office. He can also resign on his own interest. இது வந்து கவர்னரோட இது. Now, powers and function. கவர்னருக்கு என்னென்ன powers and functions, what function he is doing? The governor is the nominal executive in a state. All the executive powers of the states are versed upon him and decisions are taken in his name. He vested upon him and decisions are taken his name. He appoints the chief minister and council of ministers. Then, President impose emergency in a state under Article 356 on the basis of the report of the governor. If there is any emergency work have to be done, that is during flood period, back and pandemic period, everything they have to, it is based on the basis of the report of the governor. The governor acts as the chancellor of state universities. He nominates one member from the Anglo-Indian community to the legislative assembly. Annual budget of the state government is laid before the legislature with the approval of the governor. These are the functions of the work and functions of the governor. Now, position of the governor. The position of the governor of a state is compared to the president of India. இப்போ பிரசிடென்ட் எப்படி சென்ட்ரல் கவர்மெண்ட்டில் ஒர்க் அவுட் பண்ணுறாரோ, ஹியர் கவர்னர் வில் டூ தட் ஒர்க். பட் த கவர்னர் இஸ் நாட் ஆல்வேஸ் அ நாமினல் எக்ஸிக்யூட்டிவ். He can exercise his powers in the real sense of an occasion. He acts as central government in a state. He is responsible for maintaining relationship between center and state government. Center ko state government. In the same way, the governor gives advice the council of ministers when faced difficult situation. President declares emergency in a state on the basis of the report of the governor. Already we have seen that. Now, the chief minister. Chief minister yarma? Leading party. That you know that the state government who got leading majority in the election, they will become the ruling party. The party which gets next to that seat, they are called as opposition party. They have power to criticize the ruling party, that you know. This chief minister is assisted by council of ministers. Afterwards we will see about council of ministers. Now the chief minister, the governor appoints a leader of majority part in the state legislative assembly as the chief minister. He is the head of the state. Council of ministers assist him. He remains in office as he gets support the majority members of the legislative assembly. The resignation of the chief minister means a resignation of the whole council of ministers in the state. The chief minister must be member of the state legislature. Now we'll see his functions. The chief minister is the real executive of the state, that you must know. All major decisions of the state government are taken under his leadership. Per state government head na yaru? Chief minister. Oru state, every state, they will be having a governor, chief ministers and ministers. Ipa Pinarayan அவர்லாம் யார்? கேரளா சீஃப் மினிஸ்டர். அந்த மாதிரி கவர்னர், தமிழிசை அவங்க கவர்னர், லைக் தட் தே வில் ஹாவ் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் பொசிஷன். இப்போ சேம் ஸ்டேட் பீப்புள் தே won't become the governor. That you must know. Okay, chief minister is the real executive of the state. All major decisions of the state government are taken under his leadership. The chief minister plays an important role in the formation of council of ministers. On the advice of chief minister, governor appoints the other ministers. He supervises the activities of different ministries and advises them accordingly. He also coordinates the activities of different ministries. He plays an important role in making policies of the state government. He plays an important role in making higher appointments of the government. So up to this we have learned he has to ensure, that is chief minister order powers and functions. He has to ensure that the policies of the government do not go against public interest. That means they have to look after the welfare of the people. His voice is final in policy decision of the state government. If a state government le edana policy they are introducing na, he got that power. He plays an important role in making higher appointments of the state government. The governor appoints different higher officials of the state government on the advice of the chief minister and his council of ministers. Okay children, so far we have seen about the state executive. State executive la governor. What are the governor order functions? After that we have seen about chief minister. Chief minister, what are all the powers and functions of him. Next we will see the legislature.